All right, and we're back. And this is Peter and Linda. We're at Total Upgrade Inc. And this is our new series, Upgrading Talks, where what we're doing with Upgrading Talks is we're going to have a variety of different subjects, a series of subjects, a series of topics, ranging from relationships to business opportunities to other topics like health and wellness, physical and physical exercising and working out. So different topics, different series in within the Upgrading Talks. So welcome back to Upgrading Talks. In this series, in this actual topic, we're doing relationships. And if you haven't seen our first episode, which was the one before this, it would not be the one for this, but you haven't seen it, just link is in the bio. Just click on that link in the bio. You'll actually.
It was really fun. Check it out.
Really enjoyable.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna go start with episode number 2, and we're starting with what we're doing is we're doing the 17 most 17 habits of couples that lasted. So let's get through this one. This is number 5, and we're gonna get through this one because we want our relationships to be great, right? And again, if you haven't seen the first one, you gotta go check out those first 4. So
yeah, we're gonna incorporate our experience, our own journey in the question. So again, this was just this was an article, okay, and it was a question to all couples that have lasted for a long time, that they have been together for a very long time, and say, what are the habits, that you had that created a healthy relationship?
Yes.
And basically, they were asking if you could go back in time to your younger self, what would you tell yourself about, again, what healthy habits to have for your own relationship? So yesterday we covered from number 1 to number 4.
Yes.
And today we're gonna cover from number 5 to number 7.
Yes.
So we're gonna name the habits that they said that they were in the article, and then we're gonna share our part of our experience, our journey along with it.
Yes, exactly. So number 5 is they continually do small things for each other. This is very important. It's the little things that compound into big loving results. Okay, when for us, it's like, as I'm walking out the door, she stands by the window and watches me and waves at me until I actually walk all the way around the corner. That to me makes me feel so happy that
and then he turns around before turning completely to the corner, and then he's waving back to me.
Yeah. So the little things that we do, and I come home, and then all of a sudden she has this, she opens up the door because she hears me coming up the stairs, so she'll run over to the door and open up the door and greet me with this big huge smile and this loving hug, and it's just that it just makes me feel so much better, so much safer, so much happier being home, coming home, especially after dealing with so many people out there in the world, and having to come home just into peace and quiet and loving arms of my goddess.
Something small, it doesn't have like a monetary price per se, right? But it is so valuable. For example, I'm drinking my water, and then I just finished my water, and then without even noticing, I see him coming back with a glass, full of water, here, baby. So it's like, oh, thank you, I'm so thirsty.
Yeah.
So like, how do you know? So is that like anticipation, to cover, the needs? Is a form of showing love, appreciation, caring. Is saying, I'm thinking about you. Is saying, you are special to me. So it is just something that comes naturally. It's like, honestly, our relationship, we look at it very much like a garden. And it's like nurturing all the time, and it's like watering. So doing those little things is like watering our garden, our relationship.
Yeah.
So it's really fun.
Yeah, and like for example, when she finishes taking a shower, I run into the bathroom and grab her towel off the door because it's a little bit of a stretch from the bathtub to the door. there's a possibility she might slip. So I run and grab the towel for her and wrap it around her. Yeah, I may do it for a quick view, an enjoyable view of my part. Of course, I enjoy watching and looking and running into the shower with her while she's naked. Come on, but it's just one of those things that
And it's
that
so
those little things. Yes, exactly.
oh, baby, thank you. Again, thinking of me, you were paying attention that I was,
Mhm.
coming out of the shower and then you
That's
were
what it
running.
is. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
It's
It
the
tells you that you're paying
thoughtfulness.
attention.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
paying attention and you're listening to your partner, even though she or he is not saying anything, you're still paying attention. And I think
Exactly, yeah.
that's what those little small things do.
That's why they are so
Yeah,
priceless.
they make you realize, hey, they're paying attention to me.
Yeah, like for example, on my birthday years ago, my baby wrote down a song for me, and that was one of his gifts for me, for my birthday. And I just love it so much, and it's so special, and it's something that I will last, for the rest of my days, right?
Yeah.
So,
And
what value does that have?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's huge. So, it's a little thing, yet it's such a big thing,
Yeah. And I know she values more things that I make myself, either from my own hands or from my own thoughts, not even using AI, right? Just using my own real AI. So I know that she values that more than anything else that I go out and buy in the store. Not that she doesn't love a flower here and there or something pretty from the store or a little dessert or something, but it's just that thoughtfulness of creating something that I created out
that
of
comes
my
directly.
intentions. Yeah, because when
Uh-huh.
you create something, when you do something for someone, you do it with intentions, and those intentions are carry forth the energy as you do that thing or do that.
Give whatever you're doing. And I just sort of lost my train of thought there.
You too?
Yeah.
No, I think our train of thought crashed. We got a little mess in aisle 3 with the trains there. So that
They
being
bump
said,
into each other.
exactly that,
I
and
forgot what I was
that
gonna say,
and
but
you and me both.
anyway.
That's why I even looked at you. I'm like, what happened there? It's like, okay, so let's move on, and we'll try to come back to that, and we'll go to number 6.
Number 6. Okay, so it says they celebrate in their partner's accomplishments. And this is something that we actually do as well. For real, it just is like common sense. If you're beating somebody up, by your body language, your words, your tone, like everything, right? Your demeanor, everything. The person is gonna shrink, like a dry prune, right? But if you look, or like in our case, like what we do, we look for every single thing that we can really give praise to each other. We're like our best cheerleader, because we're doing so many things day to day. There are so many demands. There are so many things that we have to take care of. So it is very easy not to do something, to accomplish something that we needed to do, something that is important to do. But then, he did it, right? So it's like acknowledging the time, the energy, or maybe it was something new, a new step, or something new that he was going to do all together. So celebrating that moment of being brave and courageous, right? And what that does, well, obviously it builds up his self-esteem, but it also creates that bigger bond that I was talking about in yesterday's episode. So you go close, you grow closer together, and you literally feel this love growing again, like a garden. It really, truly is such a great representation. And so every single thing that we can think of is like, oh, baby, you are so great. You write something, and I'm like, oh, you are my poet. So it's always, elevating. It's looking for words to praise, as long as they're genuine. that for sure has to be it, right? It has to be coming from your heart. It has to be legit.
Of course, absolutely, and it also gives the confidence, right? The confidence of knowing, like for example, our two websites, totalupgrading.com and myflowingspace.com. She redesigned the whole website, and to me, it looks fantastic. It looks amazing. So there's a lot of high fives in this house. We
Yeah.
do a lot of high fives because we celebrate each other's accomplishments or wins or anything that makes us grow and get better. Of course, we gotta celebrate those things. We gotta, because if you don't, then there's nothing there's no reason that for them to continue on doing or growing because there's no um what's
It
that
becomes
called?
like very still, like
Yeah,
stale, like
yeah.
like
There's
think
no
of it,
winning. There's nothing to
no
gain. Like,
celebration,
yeah,
like no
like,
recognition.
hey, if somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, you're great, you're awesome," of course you're gonna feel good about it, right? But
And
if
you're
somebody,
gonna feel excited and
yeah,
keep going and
exactly,
going. Yeah.
and you're gonna want to do what is being done. So, but just
Yeah.
like she was saying this morning, or at the beginning, not this morning, but at the beginning of this, she was saying if you start shooting somebody down or being negative to somebody and calling them jerks and asshole, you suck, you're nothing. Like a lot of there's some personal trainers that are still doing this. They use that kind of talk to motivate people, like treat somebody like crap. But I don't know about you. I don't really like that kind of energy. I don't like that kind of motivation. So
That's
it's
no motivation. It's bringing down. The words have such a big power.
Yeah.
So we also know we're aware of that. We're conscious of that, right? And it's a constant day in, day out of being careful of the words that we use towards ourselves and towards each other,
Yeah.
because they can really build you up or they can bring you down. So it's always looking, or as much as possible, anyways, right? Trying to look for things to acknowledge from each other and to be our cheerleader and to be I guess cheerleader is,
Yeah,
is
there's
the
a lot, yeah.
fun, is
And yeah, like we're not afraid to say it. We got this guy. Like, y'all know that. Like I don't know if y'all know that, but anyways, this is our easy button, right?
Yeah.
So whenever we
That
do
high
something,
five,
this,
five.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, like this video. It took us a while to actually get
Get it.
enough courage and get into this to wanting to do these videos because
To be
it's
able
very
to
hard.
say a full sentence without, being like,
Yeah, it's like you should see all the takes and all the retakes that we did before this video. My God, the blooper, yeah, the blooper reel.
I think that would be the most
Yeah,
fun.
the blooper reel is longer than the actual video itself.
That's for sure. That's
Exactly.
for sure.
So let's celebrate our wins. Let's let our partners know they're great, they're fantastic. Appreciate them because when you appreciate them, they feel good, they feel happy, and they want to continue to do other things that will make you in turn feel happy and appreciate them even more.
Yeah.
So
It's like filling up, the cap.
Exactly.
So the more that if he does something, or something that he was afraid of, or like something that he probably is being drained to do as well, and putting it off, and then he does it. Like those are the ones that I celebrate even more. It's like, yay, he did it. And I don't know how you feel, if you think it's corny or not, but it just brings the vibes up,
Yeah.
Like, oh, I remember now what I was gonna say. It's like a little baby, right? If you're in front of the baby and the baby start doing the baby is going through the struggles of trying to stand up, walk, give the first step, try to say something. It doesn't matter, how unstable the step was, fell off or whatever, just the intent, we celebrate. And we know that it's powerful, that celebration. We know it, and the baby receives it, and we know that it's there. But as we grow up, we slow down and we do it less, and eventually we don't do it at all. So it has to be something that we're intentional about it. It doesn't happen just like out of the blue. It's something, again, habits. So you see, these people, this was a habit. So you become intentional in it, to acknowledge and to recognize. And we do it so often that then it becomes a lifestyle. So yeah, the baby analogy is very easy to understand that we all can relate to. And when you have your loved one, well, in a way, it's kind of like that similar love for a baby. It's just like pure
Your baby.
joy, like you want the best
Yeah.
for them, right?
Because
Exactly.
the love in itself is almost like a baby. You're fostering it and making it grow
Exactly.
between you. So the more you feed that baby the positive, the more love, the bigger the love will grow. Whereas if you start shooting it with negative, it's just gonna poke holes in it, and that cup is gonna be full of holes and it's gonna be leaking everywhere, right? And then you're not gonna have anything in that cup to share with anybody else.
And you just made me think of something really important. It may not be only, well, you might say, well, I don't shoot him or shoot her down, or I don't do like this bad thing, whatever it is, right? Quote unquote bad. But indifference is just the same. You may not shoot your partner down, but being indifferent is just the same. It shows like you don't care. It may not be the case, but that's kind of like what it translates into. Because, be the cheerleader in acknowledging and encouraging, obviously, is showing that you care. And if you're indifferent, it shows the opposite, that you don't care. So think about that in case that you were saying, well, okay, no, I don't shoot down, my partner. I don't say bad stuff. I don't say stupid. I don't say names and nothing like that. But do you say encouraging things? So something to think about.
Yeah, like do you continue to prop them up and say, hey, great job. Hey, this is a good job doing these sorting this out or cleaning this there or doing that.
Or simply saying, baby, you're so sexy.
Or that. There you go. That's a perfect example.
All the time, baby, you look so good looking. I love your smile, which is true.
And she constantly turns around and sees me looking at her butt.
Okay, next.
Okay, number 7. Number 7 is they stand together and refuse to let outsiders call the shots. This is an interesting one.
Yeah, this is a biggie one. A biggie one. I was gonna say this is a big one, and this is a biggie. So a biggie one. A big biggie. Oh my god.
Oh, blooper reel.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so they stand together and refuse to let outsiders call the shots. So, for me, this to me.
This is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, please go ahead. You go
ahead. Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I feel that actually this was a habit that we had to grow into. This is something that we didn't have at the beginning. We were like we met, and we met in a very social environment. Like in a community. So we were like very open and friendly, and so we were part of like that group. And then when we came together, we didn't put boundaries. And then we let other people, in a way, directly or indirectly, calling the shots. And of course, later on, the consequences was disastrous. It was anger, it was frustration, it was resentment, you name it. So this is definitely something very important, something that we didn't have at the beginning, and that we had to go through our own bittersweet, our own situations that we regretted being in those situations. And then that led us to understand this, that, we have to put those boundaries in place, and that in this box here where we are, the two of us, it's just us. Nobody else is allowed in here, There is the inner circle, but then the inner is just the two of us. So it's you and your partner, right? and nobody else, not even if you have children, nobody is in there. That is just that unity of you and your partner. So yeah, very important. It can
Yeah.
really,
Absolutely,
yeah.
I agree. At the beginning of, I can fully admit that I was distracted a lot of times, and a lot of people took away my attention and my attention towards from her went to other people. Like for some reason, I felt that other people needed my attention more than she did. So yeah, there was no boundaries. Many people kept walking all over me to the point where taking advantage of me. And that's because of the fact that I allowed them to call the shots. They told me what I should be doing because I had no confidence. I had no inner strength. I had no voice to tell me, hey, you know what? You should be doing what you should be doing, not letting these people tell you what to do. Especially when it comes to taking your attention away from the person you're spending the rest of your life with. So this should be the more important. As my baby is saying, there's the nucleus of the atom, and then around the atom is the little protons floating around, you know,
The neutrons,
the neutrons, yeah. So let them float around, and but forever, never, ever, ever will they enter into the nucleus. Never let them
that
enter
private place,
yeah, the
yeah.
private place. Know the boundaries, and again, the boundaries, as my people is saying, the boundaries in a
Oh,
relationship.
dear.
It
That's a
has to
whole
be the
topic.
number one. Yeah, that's another topic for another episode. But boundaries in a relationship is
So
number.
critical.
I think it's almost as right up there with respect and communication. That's
Yeah, I agree. I think
yeah.
those are like the top three things.
Yeah, respect, communication, and boundaries. Those are that is the top things in a relationship. That is the most important foundation and everything. So
Yeah.
that is
Well, I'm pretty sure the probably will come back later too, but that part about the respect. A long time ago, I remember talking with my girlfriend's parents, her dad. And her dad, I was just like, was like 16 or 17, and he said to me, he said, Linda, in a relationship, everything can come to an end. Everything can finish. Even love. If even love can finish. But the moment that the respect comes to an end, the relationship has come to an end. When you don't have respect for each other, there is nothing left. And I'm telling you, those words, stay engraved, engraved in my mind from that day and until this day. And it's not only a romantic relationship, right? But is a work relationship, business relationship, work, whatever, friends, whatever it is. Eh, when there is no more respect, when there is no respect left, the line has been crossed. There is nothing left. So it's something really, really, really important. But anyways, it's a huge topic, and we'll leave that for another episode in itself.
absolutely. So that being said, we thank you for joining us, and remember, stand together, stay with each other. Don't allow people to call the shots in your relationship. Celebrate each other's wins, even if it's a small one. Let them know that they're special in your life. By doing the little things, by just even giving them hugs, kisses, going up to them and just holding their hand and telling them how much you appreciate them, and
Anticipate something, give them that water. You know that they like I like hot stuff in the food, so he brings me the hot sauce, is again letting the other person know that you are thinking about them. It's not about this huge thing. It's I'm thinking about you. You are special. You are special to me.
Think about
So
it.
that's what it is.
If you will like it, and they will like it, then get up and do it, and they'll probably love you for it. So when I'm thirsty, like right now,
I know.
a little thirsty, got the
Yeah, me
water.
too.
Exactly. The little things.
You see?
The little things, and then celebrating my baby who pays attention
Yeah.
and do not let anybody in that little circle. Okay.
It was so fun to be here today, you
Yeah.
guys. Talking about these the 3 habits for today. I hope you're getting something for yourself, not only entertainment.
Assuming this is entertaining to you.
Well, maybe when we're laughing, they're laughing with us.
Of course, laughing with us, at
Anyways.
us, one of them.
Exactly. Doesn't matter. Just roll with it.
Exactly.
That at the bare minimum, but hopefully, something clicks, something, it brings clarity to something, it brings just a different side of the story, right? A different perspective. Because the whole point of these conversations, us being here in front of the camera, talking to you, is to have conversations that can help you upgrade your lifestyle. In this particular case, your relationships.
Yeah.
So it's with much love, from our heart to your heart, and until next time.
Yep.
See ya.
Bye.